Hi there everybody and Happy New Year. Welcome, look at this, welcome to 2019. My name's Jo Rose of jorose.com, numerologist and energy healer, and in today's video I will be sharing with you the forecast for 2019. We'll be looking forward to the energy of the three. Just before I start on 2019, let's have a little recap on 2018. So I said in my 2018 video, it was a year of magical manifestation. And we have to understand when we look at the word manifestation, it's about what does our soul really desire? Because the law of attraction does not work on your words unless your words are in alignment with your intentions. And so if you verbally say that you want to change your career or improve your relationship, if deep down inside you there is doubt behind this, either your partner's not putting enough effort for your relationship, or you're not studied better or pushed yourself forward at work, it cannot happen. So then the doubt sets in. Perhaps you weren't educated enough, or you always felt that you were in the wrong place at the wrong time and people were passing you. So magical manifestation last year, it certainly was about that. And I know I manifested things. The thing I had to accept was, and I'm suggesting that you do the same, is let go of expectation. Things do not come the way we want them to all the time, but the way they need to come. And so last year was a slow year. It was about patience, observation, certainly collaboration and relationships. And this year is still about relationships, but on a much more upbeat, faster, pick up the speed momentum. So how do I know it's a 3-year for 2019? As I've explained in previous videos, we take the current year and we add each individual number together. So 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. In numerology, we would look at this, reduce it down to a single digit. 1 plus 2 is 3. It is a 12-3 year, but really we're focusing on the 3. In tiny brief, we've got the 2 living through the 1 to create the 3. So the 2 is still about observing your relationships, to own who you are and express yourself, because it's all about the joy of self-expression. Now, I say the joy of self-expression. Not all self-expression is joyful, but if we're looking to build ourselves up, to empower ourselves, we really need to find, even in the darkest moments, the joy, the lesson that will bring the joy forward for us. So this year is a faster year. Now let's have a look what we've got. We've got expansion and growth. This year is really about your self-expansion and your growth. Expressing your true self. How many times have you bit your tongue, stayed stum and not shared how it's been? Oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it another time. Yes, certainly pick your moments and do it in a calm, non-blaming way. But if you don't express yourself, if you don't open up, if you don't become transparent, how people react and connect with you is the facade you're putting out there. Be creative, use your imagination. It's all about solution solving. What is it that you're deciding in 2019 that you want? You must then use your imagination and creativity to bring it forth, make it happen. This is a great year for art, writing, self-expression. It's express yourself through all mediums. I've talked about this in my other 3 videos, but find your creative download, your creative way of being. And it may not have anything to do with your career or even your health or relationship, but when you do things that you love, they bring you into the moment. When you are in the moment, that is when source intuition, spark, download arrives. And that's when the answers for the next step come forward. This is a year also of social events, social interaction, gatherings, bigger gatherings. So find yourself ways to get out there to attend events, whether on social media or personal face-to-face connections. Accept invitations, accept something new. It's really, this is a year about meeting new people. And if you are being true to yourself, you'll begin to meet people that enjoy what you enjoy. It's also a year of, perhaps we'll see the fashion industry, when I say fashion, I mean hair, makeup, fashion, receive good profits, because the 3 energy is, as I said, is about self-expression, and that comes into the physical and visual image. Now, I don't believe in going out and spending a huge amount of money on your wardrobe, and some people may say, whoa, I can see that. But it's not about that. It's about being creative in what you do. I would say a good place to spend your money is to go to an image consultant to understand what style and colour suits you. And know that if you're pale, perhaps it's one colour, and when you're tanned, because you've been kissed by the sun, it's another colour. That's where I would spend my money, in finding out what looks best on me, and then I would go out with my colour-coded pack in my hand and find the fashion pieces. Now, they may not all be in the department stores. Perhaps, as I said, it's creative year, you might want to make your own, or research vintage charity shops, because past fashion colours resurface in these kind of places. Perhaps dye your clothes, but what, have you got something that you really love and it needs to be a different colour? Professionally dye it, or get one of those dyes you can put in the washing machine. It's a year to entertain and be entertained. So I believe we're going to see some great movies this year. Not that we don't see great movies any year, but perhaps there'll be some movies with some different threads in them. Perhaps the music will take a different stance, because it's really a creative year. Now let's look at the year month by month in brief. What does January bring to us? And I will be putting out a monthly forecast every month, and in a few days I'll have January's more in-depth forecast. But January is a month of discipline, focus. Align your creativity. It's all about creativity. That is the energy. So the energy of the universe is flowing, and we'll have our personal energy, and we'll either be flowing with it, we'll either be balancing on it, or we might have a hole in it. So in our raft, in our energy. And when I say a hole, I just mean it's going to be slightly more challenging, and you might be going against the grain. But know that it is yours to go against. And I will share this when we get to the personal year 7, because the personal year 7 is more introvert as opposed to this 3 extrovert that we've got going on. So the 4 is really take whatever you want to create this year and make a plan, set your goals, create a vision, whether it be to decorate your home, whether it be on your career, on your health. Create something that's going to move you forward. February, be prepared for change. I often say it's like a bomb, bang, boom. February comes along, we think we're on track, and something comes up. Don't panic. If something's come up, be resourceful. What is it telling you? February is about adventure. So face it as if you're an Indiana Jones with the adventure. Still be creative, because remember, creativity is running through every number at the moment. March, it's all about home, family, gatherings, redecoration. It happens to fall in spring, the 6th energy this time. What a perfect time to perhaps do some makeover internally or externally on your home. Have you not seen your family since Christmas? Use March as a time to reconnect and look at your relationships, look at your community. I've mentioned about social gatherings. Get out there in your community. What's going on this spring? Perhaps go on a walking trip, meet up, other places, advertise these type of trips. Get out there and connect. April's the 7 energy, and it's a time for reflection. How far have you come so far this year? Are you meeting your goals? It's a time to, what's the saying? I've read this book. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten the name of the book, but it's by Roger Hamilton. And in the book, he has these 4 lines, and he's talking in the book to, it's a young boy being spoken to by the optometrist. And the optometrist says to him, think it, ink it, do it, review it. This is the time to review whatever you have done to this point. Now, when you've reviewed it, do you need to go and study something? Do you want to take an exam? Are you looking to refresh? Do you need training? Perhaps what you've been doing hasn't been working, so go down a different route. But that's what the 7 is about. It's time to get creative with your research and study. May is an 8. There's a high chance that you could have some financial rewards or recognition. If you've been putting effort in, you'll receive. And I'm going to say everybody's putting effort in, because even if you've done nothing, that's effort and you might receive nothing. But use this as a mirror, a reflector, to see what it's all about. The 8 energy is about your vision. Is your vision taking place? You've re-looked at it in the month before, in April. Now just start implementing what you need to do to make this work in 2019. June 9, humanitarian, charity. It's more about everybody else than yourself. Where can you give back? How can you create something? Perhaps you've got an event coming up. What charity do you wish to support? The 9 energy is also an energy of preachers just come in there, but perhaps there's something that you want to share, like an activist, or you want to get something moving so that it improves the life of humanity as a whole. July, refresh, review, restart. It's a new beginning. So you've just studied something in the 7 energy, you've created the vision, you're letting go of things, and now it's time to restart. So what is it that you are creating in this year? Perhaps your restart now is to finally write that book you've been thinking about, or maybe create that song, get the record deal. What else? Perhaps it's your new website. You want to refresh, get out there and be creative. This is the ideal year to be seen and be creative. Now, August has got a taste of last year's energy. It's an 11-2, and again, I could say magical manifestation. It was about intuition and insight. And I want to say, trust your intuition. We've been so logically educated that we use our memory and our information that we've been through past experience or through education. Your intuition knows the bigger picture. As I said, if you use time out this year to be creative and get lost in that moment, this is when you get the downloads. So 11-2 is a great time for the downloads. Check your relationships also, because the 2 energy is about relationships. Perhaps you've been so focused in your career and your business or a project, you're forgetting your relationships. They are so important. And I'm asking you to recheck in with these relationships. I know many people take August off at some point, some of it, because the children are on holiday and it's the summer and we finally need a break. So use this time to reconnect with those that you really love and care for. September is bang 3 energy. So it is the most creative month of the year. All creative, but it is really the intense energy. So I want to say, shine, bigger, bolder, brighter, better. Inspire, express, own yourself. If you can do this year, you no longer wear the mask. You turn up authentic as in who you are, and you will attract back those that are magnetically attracted to that energy. So be you, trust you. There's no better person to be you, and nobody else can be a better you than you. And stop being square peg round hole. Own it, own yourself, own your genius, own your quirks, own your dreams. That's what I say, own your dreams. You know, it's your life and it's not anybody else's, and it's a gift to you. So what is it that you want? Use this time to certainly, when you're you and you shine this bigger, brighter image of you, people start to radiate towards you. What is it you're doing? What is it? I want some of this. The answer is just be you. It's a simple answer. So let's move on. October. October's a 4 energy, and it's time to start our preparations for 2020. It's a foundation energy. 2020 is going to be a 4 energy. So all these dreams, all this creativity is to focus a structure, to focus for a foundation that can hold you up, allow you to grow and expand over the coming years. Be creative and plan. November. Now, we've had one master number this year, which was August, the 11-2. November's a karmic debt. Now, last year we had about 5 karmic debts. This year we've just got 1, and it appears in November. So investigate your plans. Look at them as a new adventure if something's not working. We use dreams or goals or a destination to start taking us forward. Sometimes we don't make that destination, but without that destination, we couldn't arrive there. Perhaps along the way, we meet someone that is what we needed to meet, but had we not set that destination, we wouldn't have met them. It's interesting. I watched a film last night with J-Lo, and the big plan, or she had a plan, and she'd got to a point in life where she gave up the corporate world and she bought a pet shop. She hadn't met the one and decided to go the alternative route and have an insemination to become pregnant. However, on the day she does this, she meets this guy, and all of a sudden it's like he's the one, but she's now pregnant. So what I'm saying is we need those things to bring us forward. Now, he wasn't sure if he wanted a family or not or whatever, but now he's got a full package if he wants to go ahead. Had she not gone for that insemination, she would not have met that man. I'm not saying what happens at the end of the movie. It's for you to watch. I'll leave a link below with the name of whatever it is that the movie had, just in case I've intrigued you. It's certainly going to be a year to watch movies. I watch movies all the time, and I use them for personal development. There'll always be a statement in a movie that you go, oh wow, that's a great statement. I'm going to use that maybe at the moment this year for my life. And I look at movies as a reflection. And when I watch a movie more than once, I learn something new every time. So it's kind of like a life experience. If you're watching movies and you set a pre-planned activity beforehand, what gift is this movie going to give me? Apart from the joy of freedom of just sitting and watching it, there'll always be a nugget in there. The final month, December, ends on a 6. Interestingly, 6, Christmas, family, community, healing. I want to say, whatever your community is offering, perhaps play a bigger part in it. Could you imagine the local Christmas celebrations, the local gathering, go to church? Could be a number of things that you want to do. If you've been working on your family last year because relationship issues would have been brought up last year, and this year, again, relationship is a key part. What kind of Christmas can you have this year if you've worked on your relationships? Now, the biggest part of relationships is emotions. And I'm going to say this year, emotions will be sparkling like fireworks. All emotions are equal and valuable. Find the lesson. If you can focus on the benefit, if you can focus on what it's highlighting, not that it hurts you, and yes, there are incidents and relationships that will make us feel hurt, tearful, sad, rejected, and so on. But even if it's rejection, perhaps the universe is helping you clear your path. We have many people, because we're living behind a facade that people aren't themselves. It takes just one person to become themselves, to start showing others how to be themselves. Perhaps that's you. I know over the years I've been tempted to show myself, and yes, perhaps I've lost friendships along the way, but I can't keep walking on eggshells and pussyfooting around. I have to be me, because I come in here with a life path, a mission to complete, and if I'm pussyfooting around, I cannot complete mine. I've shared with you before, it's a 22-4, my life path, and as a 22-4, I'm here to turn dreams into reality. But if we keep just fitting in, we're playing so small, it doesn't happen. And so I will challenge people to step up and to shine. So a couple of downsides is, well, if emotions aren't, is scattered energy. Be mindful if you're overly scattering yourself. Yes, I'm saying socialize and get out there and create and lose yourself. But I'm also saying do these things to bring yourself in alignment. That's why starting this year on the 4 energy and creating the plan will allow you to come back and refocus. Gossip. Don't get stuck in gossip. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And even if it seems hard to say something nice, don't say anything that is not true or correct. There'll always be something good that you can share from every situation when you start looking at the benefits that every situation brings you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I really, really do wish you a happy new year 2019, and the 3 energy is going to be awesome. If you want to know your personal energy that you are riding along on this 3 energy, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, because over the next few days, weeks, I will be randomly posting your personal year. Yes, 1 to 9, not necessarily in that order. The next video will be January's energy. So it'll give you some insight of what's going on in January. And then I will, if people come to me and ask me specifically for their energy and have subscribed to my channel, perhaps that will be the next energy I do. So if you want your energy revealed quite soon, please, as I say, like, subscribe and share. If all your family and friends know this, then if you were all being a light and inspiration, could you imagine how wonderful this year will be for all of us? Remember, it's your life, LYFE. Love yourself first every day. Thank you for watching my videos, and I look forward to spending 2019 with you. Bye for now.